video is for sailing and entertainment purposes only. When I go through drive-thrus, people give me extra sauce.
Hello everybody. In today's video, I am super happy to talk about with you today Foodie Beauty drama, The Final Frontier. Foodie Beauty has officially fallen down. Yes, you heard it here last. Foodie Beauty has fallen down, but there were no sprained ankles mentioned and no dangling ankles monetized.
When I go through drive-thrus, people give me extra sauce.
Foodie Beauty is doing fine. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for coming. No, never mind. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be discussing all the drama that has happened with Foodie Beauty since the last time we talked about her. And there's a lot. Peetz is massively exposing her. She took away Peetz's food. Is Foodie Beauty and her new husband's marriage potentially over?
Next.
What's going on with the couples channel? Find out here last on Foodie Beauty, The Final Frontier. Anyway, so if you could not tell already from my intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing my opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible drama.
Which isn't actually allowed anymore.
Made public by Foodie Beauty. We're not talking about anything hidden here. I'm just going to talk about what public figures made public. I would urge you to be kind in the comment section to the people we talk about. Please don't go to people's channels. Leave them in comments. Do this instead. Buy yourself one of these. Foodie Beauty, you need 17 Kermits. Just saying. Okay, so there's so much to talk about. She's coming for Zachary Michael. Not even in a good way.
Really?
Yeah,
She's doing all of these things. We're going to get through everything. And of course, what Foodie Beauty video would be complete without her trashing French fry girl? I want us all take a moment of silence for her trashing French fry girl. The moment is over. It never happened because it happens all the time. Okay, so let's talk about the Peetz situation and then is her marriage over? All right, there are so many things that have been happening. Let's just start. She has taken away Peetz's Uber Eats. Yes, for the low introductory price of absolutely nothing. You can hear me talk about how everyone saw this coming except for Peetz. So basically, I saw a clip of Foodie Beauty saying she has cut off Peetz's Uber Eats.
Did you cut off Peetz Uber Eats? Yes.
If you don't know, Peetz doesn't have an income. He makes very little money from YouTube.
good evening.
He does not work, and Foodie Beauty supports him. That's why in my last video, when I was talking about her asking him to move out and all, and people were saying, why doesn't he kick her out? His name is on the lease because he doesn't have a job. He cannot afford rent. He can't afford anything, right? Foodie supports him. So I saw a clip. She was like, yeah, you know, I cut off his Uber Eats. And then Peetz was saying that he hasn't ordered Uber Eats. I was watching Peetz's live stream. He was saying he has not ordered Uber Eats in a long time, and he was making pork chops. Okay, so I don't know what Peetz is seriously counting on, because he needs to somehow get himself out of this situation, because he can't count on Foodie Beauty forever. You know, he got her out of a lot of really bad situations, a lot of bad spots. He went into debt for her. She said that herself. And he was there for her when BB broke up with her to move in with her and put his name on the lease because she couldn't get an apartment in her name. And now he got no more Uber Eats. Rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat. Okay. So how many TV dinners does he have left? Is he eat? What's going on? This is a very serious situation. But Peetz has exposed Foodie Beauty, and there is a live stream that he did. I'll link it down below from somebody that re-uploaded it, right? And what he said is he pretty much knows when Foodie Beauty is coming home, right? He said something along the lines of, well, you know, I don't want to say yet when she's coming home since she hasn't said. Look, the point is that Foodie Beauty is coming home. This illustrious marriage, is it over? It could be, it could not be. Why is she supposedly coming home soon? Because in my opinion, that's what Peetz is implying, that, you know, no one knows when she's coming home, but he already knows. So she probably has a date when she's flying home, right? Okay. So they started a couples channel, right? Her and her husband. And there has been a lot of criticism. By the way, we're not done with Peetz. There has been a lot of criticism from her husband because he told her on stream, I saw it myself, that he told her that she needs to change her weight, which, you know, I don't like to talk about this topic. And I just want to show you something that somebody said once, you know, Chantal started a couples channel. Somebody said on the couples channel to Chantal and her new husband, if he married you like that and he loves you, why is he forcing you to lose weight? He is not forcing me to lose weight, but he does care about my health. Okay, it's important to care about your partner's health. You guys just met. Is this even a real marriage? I don't really think so. It's just my opinion. Totally understands that People want their partners to be healthy. I get that. I'm not taking anything away from that. But in my opinion, what I think is that it's incredibly embarrassing to make a statement like that publicly about a public figure, your new wife. And if my partner really loved me, I don't feel that they would embarrass me on the internet like that. Like, do you want your partner to say something like that? Why does he need to say it publicly and embarrass you? It is embarrassing for your new husband, who supposedly loves you the way you are, to be like, oh, well, she just needs to, change. And the thing is, you should always be healthy. But do you understand what I'm saying? Would you like it if your husband went, and you being a public figure, and just like blurted that out to everybody? He didn't have to say that. That's just my opinion. Now, back to Peetz, right? So Peetz exposed Foodie Beauty. He went on the scale saying that the scale is wrong. And he's saying that the scale is 100 pounds off because he weighed himself and it was like the wrong weight. So he exposed Foodie Beauty for her fake weigh-ins. Rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat, who cares? Here is Foodie Beauty's like big statement on it, right? Okay. And I just think the whole thing is pointless. The scale is off by 100 pounds. Okay, so explain every other way and Peetz did that accurately weighed him. LOL. Anyways, check your fat phobia because I could care less if I weighed whatever. Still hot, still awesome. Actually, having AZZ just means more room for all of you to kiss. Your obsession with my scale is just bizarre. It means you need one content and two a life ASAP. Oh, please, girl, bye. All you do is sit around and respond to every single reaction channel that says everything about you, which we're getting to that. But do you guys think that Peetz like maliciously exposed Foodie Beauty for like faking it all these years? Honestly, I don't care. I don't think Peetz is malicious. I think that Peetz is just going along with whatever show Chantal is putting on. But there's definitely a lot of, like, in my opinion, a little bit of strife and a little bit of tension going on between these two. Because at the end of the day, what is Peetz going to do when she asks him to move out? She's already cut off the Uber Eats. And do I think that she is responsible for paying his way? No, I don't. I understand how hard it is for him. I get that. So it's just a difficult situation. Let me know your thoughts, comments about this whole thing down below. Now, let's talk about this. Basically, she came for Zachary Michael because this is what's happened, okay? So first of all, to understand the Zachary Michael, who is a reaction channel, and I could link their channel down below, to understand what's been happening with Chantal and Zachary Michael, we have to go through this first. Foodie Beauty posted 2 community page posts. One of them is about her basically blocking the Holy Trinity. You're like thinking, what? He's like 3 people in her chat who were always commenting, and they paid to be her beezers. They paid her monthly fee, to be VI beezers, and they could, you can only talk in her live streams if you pay. So on her main channel, I believe definitely not on her couples channel. So what's happened is she blocked these people, right? So let's just read this community page post. This is my opinion. I think it's ridiculous to block people who pay and who like have supported you for years. Oh, Beezer update. Holy Trinity is officially not welcome in chats. If you can be fair weather supporters, then maybe you never had my best interest in the first place. That's how I roll. Yeah, okay. Might seem cold-hearted, but remember, I did nothing to them or anyone else but live my life, and I will say it again.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Actually, yes, I am, and I don't want to see one.
You are under no obligation to stick around. No apologies will ever be made for me living my life and the way I want to. Peace. This is in the same fashion as, speaking of her husband recently told people to unalive themselves, and there was a lot of, obviously, like, pushback to that, and a lot of people were really upset that he said that. And Foodie Beauty, I'm not going to read the whole thing, she basically made another community page post about her husband saying that, and said that it was just a gaming term. Your husband plays Pokemon, okay? Diglett is not amused. Thank you, and good night, Foodie Booty. Like, how is it a gaming term in Pokemon? He plays Pokemon. I know that's his favorite game. Yes, I've been watching the streams. I know what I'm talking about. And the thing is that, like, you should never say those words. They're very serious. You shouldn't be saying those things, like, on YouTube, because I think they called him boring. So they called her husband boring in one of the chats, and he made the statement, and Foodie Beauty's like, well, I'm not apologizing. We're not wrong. It's a gaming statement. Like, he wasn't playing a game. And Pokemon, please. Now look, Foodie Beauty knows when he does things that is going to be received badly because she's been doing YouTube for a while. As soon as he said that, you see her face change. She was upset. She knew what was happening. But of course, she's not sorry about it. Very nice. Okay, so basically, as you can see, she's been going through different types of drama with Peetz, with the 3 people that she blocked from her chats, which I think is preposterous. They are under no obligation to support you. They are under no obligation to do anything to you and for you. And when you block your biggest supporters that have been, longtime watchers, and they've been paying you money for such a long time, losing their support is a big thing. To her, it doesn't matter. She always used to say, oh, if you unsubscribe from me, if you stop paying me, I don't care. Well, you're going to lose all your supporters this way, okay? So this brings me to the French fry girl drama. And the French fry girl drama also is in the middle of the Zachary Michael drama. So basically, French fry girl, who is a Foodie Beauty reaction channel, okay? She mainly makes content on Foodie Beauty. So she has a lot of people in her chat when she live streams. Foodie Beauty is jelly. LMAO, 3K people watching me on someone else's channel, LOL. FFG could only dream of getting those numbers on her own content. Hate to tell you, but you are still giving me attention. Really think about that for a minute. I just want to say that she called Zachary Michael's personality prison bread. So you need to stop, Chantal, okay? That's going to come up in a minute. Honey, you are all mega fans, LOL. I mean, if you are watching someone you hate for even hours, even on another channel, you're either pathetic or fans. Love that for me. Oh, and why are people so obsessed with his apartment? Like, where do you expect a man in his 20s in the Middle East to live? In a mansion, LOL. I came here for love, not an apartment, LOL. Okay, this will be important in 1 second. So this is the catalyst why she came for Zachary Michael. What happened is, so in the middle of, I'm not going to read the rest of this because it's pointless, boring BS that she hates French fry girl, rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat. Who cares? Because French fry girl talks about her. What's happened is, they did a live stream. Foodie and her husband did a live stream, and they showed his apartment, and it was, I guess, on the smaller side. And so everybody started making fun of Foodie Beauty's husband for having an apartment on the smaller side. Okay, so then Zachary Michael makes a video. And they mention that basically Chantal had said that she was going to be living in a luxury villa, but like the guy's apartment is smaller. So this is when Foodie Beauty goes and makes this statement on her community page to Zach. Hey, at Zachary Michael, when did I ever call anyone's place while here a luxury apartment? So you are home shaming now? I have been Kermit shamed many times. I just want to say, I continuously get Kermit shamed. I don't care. He's an inanimate object, people. Move on. And my comments in defense of myself over someone who has been bullying me for years is nothing in comparison. So it makes it okay because I made one Motel 6 comment after again being shamed on my living conditions. Situation with her saying one comment about Motel 6. She has said for at least a year, all the time, whenever she trashes, this comment is about French fry girl. What's going on is, she has continuously trashed French fry girl for the home that French fry girl lives in. And Foodie says, oh, she lives like in a Motel 6, right? So she's saying that Zach can't really criticize her for responding to anything that French fry girl says. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's silly because she's upset that Zach is saying that she can't criticize French fry girl where she lives. And she's saying, but I only said it once. No, you said it over and over and over again. Your generic YouTuber background isn't any more fascinating, nor is your continued prison-bred personality. You have a voice on YouTube, and it is a shame. She's just angry that a person with almost 140,000 people talking about her. Girl, bye. You have a voice on YouTube, and it is a shame that you use your whiny, bored teenager emo kid voice to spread shame and H online at the expense of a few individuals. Oh, and before you say that I have a voice too, yeah, I do, and I'm calling you out on your crap, just like you pick apart my life. My God. Does anyone want to take a nap? I know I do. So boring. I've always been myself, and I'm not a supposed critic, so no, my voice doesn't have the same reach. Okay. So Zach responded to this video. Rinse, lather, Kermit, repeat. Who cares? I don't believe I remember any clips of Foodie Beauty saying that her husband lives in a luxury apartment. Her main point in her community page is that she was upset that Zach was supposedly shaming her husband's home for being too small, while she is all too comfortable with shaming Zach's background on his YouTube channel, all too comfortable with shaming Zach's voice. Like, if you're gonna be upset for being shamed, don't shame other people yourself. And I didn't really get the vibe or the feeling that Zach was shaming. I did see a bunch of clips, and I do remember her saying that, and I'll try to remember to link this clip in my description box. I can't play it here because there's a little bit of background music in it, but I promise you I saw it. What I did see Chantal say was that basically, her husband was going to take care of her and pay for everything for her. And that is not exactly the same thing as saying that somebody was living in a luxury apartment. But I think that once people saw where he lived, they made assumptions. I really don't care where he lives. I think this whole marriage is ridiculous. I think that any minute now, your marriage might be over because so far he has shamed you for the way that you look, in my opinion. He out here telling people to unalive themselves. You out here kicking out your best friend. Also not lost on me that while I was sitting here and editing this video, I saw that Foodie posted a community page post stating that, they're going to be deleting any quote unquote fat shaming comments because she can do whatever she wants. Okay, in my opinion, your husband did make a comment about your weight. I mean, it's not even an opinion. It's a matter of fact that he made a comment about your weight, and it could be people's opinions that it was fat shaming. So you're going to delete other people's comments making inappropriate statements, but it's okay for him to do it. Okay, that's fine. That's your relationship. But do you guys think that her marriage is almost over? Do you think this marriage will last forever and ever and ever? I mean, honestly, I wish them all the best. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that they live a very, very healthy, happy life, and I hope that they stay together forever. But it really seems like you guys don't know each other very well, and it seems like you'll let him say anything to you. That's just my opinion. Drama. Okay, this whole drama with her and Peetz has to be resolved because I understand that she's like a married woman now, but most people don't believe in the marriage that she is in. What do you guys think about all of this? Leave it in the comments down below. I wish Foodie Beauty all the best. And now let's move on to a Pokemon Go update. Okay, so let's start off with the Pokemon Go update. This is me catching a Hundo Guzzlord. Let me just tell you something. I must have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of raids until I got 2 back-to-back, okay, Hundo Guzzlords. This is a game of chance. It's a game of pretty much random number generator. Everyone is assigned a number, and you may never get 100% IV. You may never get a shiny, or you may get 7 or 2. I knew someone that I was raiding with last year, and when Darkrai was in the raids and when Zekrom was in the raids, I didn't get a single Hundo Zekrom. They got 3. They got 3 Hundo Darkrai's. It's just literally a game of chance. So after doing so many Guzzlords for like weeks and not getting anything, now I got 200% IVs. They're also incredibly, incredibly hard to catch, I will say. Like, I barely caught them. And you know what I always experience? When I know it's 100% IV, I have a harder time catching it, no matter how difficult the Pokemon is to catch. Then, like when the Pokemon is like crappy IVs, crappy IV floor, because I think subconsciously or consciously or whatever, I think you're scared to like miss out on this Pokemon. So you end up like barely catching it. And there's something else that people don't talk about, which is fear of missing out in the game. I mean, some people have talked about it. Sometimes I wonder, like, do I really need this 100% Pokemon? Is it worth all the money? And of course the answer is yes, get more Kermits, but just in general, like, yeah, like people play the game a lot of the time because their fear of missing out, perhaps sometimes, not for everyone, but for some people, can be more serious than actually like wanting to play or not wanting to play. Let's move on and talk about hatching eggs. Let me tell you something. Sometimes it takes years, months, weeks, or one day to hatch something that you like. I've been hatching a lot of the 7-kilometer eggs, and I've been hatching regular eggs as well. And so far, other than the shiny, I think I got 2 shiny Munchlaxes. So that's very, very good. One of them is almost a Shundo, so I was very happy about that. But in general, I have been trying to hatch a shiny Cherubi and nothing. I've been trying to hatch a Hundo Cherubi and nothing. I have Hundo Snorlax and I have Hundo Gibble, which are the other Pokemon in the eggs, so I'm fine with that. But I have to say, like, I have to be honest, I love hatching eggs. In the original game, if you guys know, if you don't know, there was something called breeding, which is basically putting 2 Pokemons together to get a Pokemon that you want, to get the moves you want. That doesn't exist in Pokemon Go because hatching eggs costs money, and that's good, not for me or anything. But yeah, like, that doesn't exist in the game, and that makes it so much more harder to get the Pokemon that you are actually looking for. You know what I mean? I really wish that they would bring back the other method into the game, but I think this method obviously makes a lot of money. Incubators are expensive, so I haven't fully gotten everything I wanted, but I got some things I wanted. Sometimes it takes a really long time to get what you want. Okay, so let's move on to me fighting Giovanni, Team Go Rocket Boss. When you are fighting Giovanni, or the team leaders that, people always tell you, like, look, this is me losing. Pay attention, I'm going to lose, okay? People always tell you to use certain Pokemon on them, and you do have to use Pokemons. This is how I'm going to lose. Watch, okay? I'm using the right Pokemon, so a fighting type is good to use against a Persian, but Persian right here is using a fast attack that is getting rid of my first Pokemon, and this is how I lost, okay? Now, people always tell you, all right, to use Pokemons that are the proper counters to the Pokemon that Giovanni or the team leaders are using. This is true. But I would say prior to doing that, find out what fast attack the Pokemon that Giovanni or the team leaders have, because this is why I lost. Even though I had the right Pokemon for the middle spot, it's either going to be Nidoqueen or Rhyperior. Maybe it's somebody else, whatever. But the point is, see, I already lost this battle. You will see. I lost this battle because the first Pokemon's fast attack, not even the charge, the one that they're throwing before they kind of like go after you and attack you with a charge attack, the fast attack got rid of my my Machamp. And what happened is you don't ever want to end up like me the first time I lost. You don't want to end up when you're about to get to the last Pokemon with only having one Pokemon left with almost no health. You see, Scizor has almost no health. Another trick is how I won the next time is always, if you are using a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, use the Mega Evolve version next. So I'm about to lose. I just don't have enough charge moves in my Scizor to get rid of Mewtwo. Mewtwo is also weak to Dark and Ghost and Bug. I was just using Bug because I felt like it, because I never get to use Scizor. So I didn't even get another charge move off. Okay, I lost. So we're trying again. The most important thing is, in this case, I decided I'm not going to do counters. I'm going to farm down. So this is an old school trick. You put a Pokemon that is not supposed to be there. You charge them up a little bit. I charged them up to have the fast charge move. Okay, now I'm going to do something called farming down for the rest of the battle, which I don't always suggest, but I didn't want to try to figure out like, what should I do? What is the best possible counters? It was really cold. I was outside. I found Giovanni at a Pokestop, and I was like, let me just farm down. What I'm doing for the rest of the battle is called farming down. What is farming down? It's when you throw fast moves and charged moves that really don't do a lot of damage. It's called neutral damage. You can see that I'm slowly chipping away at the health of Persian that Giovanni has, but I'm not doing effective damage, right? But what I did is I burned the shields. The shields are completely gone, and you want the Pokemon to not be able, right? You want them not to be able to actually shield, because then you could continue to throw charge moves. So this is called farming down, and you can see that Persian is almost gone. Now, one of the most important things that I would say about beating Giovanni, especially, not even the team leader so much, but Giovanni, you want to get to the point where when you get to Giovanni's last shadow Pokemon, that you have at least one Pokemon with good health, right? That they can throw the charged moves. But more importantly, you want to get to a place that I'm getting to. Right now, I'm going to farm down Nidoqueen. I'm going to be doing neutral damage. Not super effective, but I'm going to be slowly chipping away at the health of the Pokemon. You want to get to a point where you have 2 to, even if it's possible, 3 Pokemon when you get to Giovanni's last Pokemon, where you have so many Pokemon to get rid of one. Because of course I won the second time because Giovanni's Pokemon were outnumbered. We are at Giovanni's second Pokemon, and I am still working on my first. So I have more healthier Pokemon than Giovanni does, right? Now I'm about to lose my Giratina, but you see this, look at this. I charged up my Mamoswine in the beginning. That's why I brought him in. I charged him up enough that now I can just throw this charge move And Queen is gone. That's why I put him in the beginning. Now we have MewTwo, and this is just doing somewhat decent damage, but not fully, wonderful. An ice attack that Mamoswine has will do some type of situation type, deal good damage to MewTwo, but it won't take MewTwo fully out. Okay, Pokemon's about to faint in 3, 2, 1. And now I bring in still my first Pokemon to do a little bit more neutral damage. You see, I had 2 Pokemon that were still half alive to go after MewTwo at the last moment. Just try to have 2 to at least 3. Well, 3 is a lot, but try to have a few Pokemon that have more health than Giovanni's. And now I Mega Evolved my Scizor. Mega Evolved. Did I even throw a charge move? Yeah, I did throw a charge move. So 1 Fury Cutter, that is the name of the move, will take out MewTwo. And that is how I lost and won to Giovanni. So, my MewTwo wasn't that great. It was like a 2-star. But I do have 2 other Shadow Mewtwo's from, years ago, so I'll be fine. Let me know if you have been catching any cool Pokemons. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions in the comments down below. Thank you so very much for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, check out this video that's popping up here. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.